Hey up guys, Leeds Lad Loves Coins here. Welcome back to the channel. And I'm back off holiday now, so sorry I wasn't able to upload a video last week, but as you say, I was in Mexico. Back now, so we're back on it. And I just wanted to address something. You'll notice by the thumbnail that I've used the title is grading for clowns. And the reason why I've done that is because an individual, somebody who's viewed my my videos, a bit of a troll, was quite insulting about grading. So I did mention on my channel, and I told him that when I got back from Mexico that I would address grading. So this isn't a takedown of any particular individual, not going to be named or anything, but I am going to address the issue of grading and why we grade. Let me just open this up a little bit. So let's just quickly address the grading standards, yeah, and then I'll get into the reason for grading and grading itself. I've got a particularly good eye. I've been collecting coins for a lot of years, and I've got more coins than I'd like to even think. The amount of coins that I've graded are minuscule, in line with my entire collection, and all of them have been graded for a particular reason. So anyway, not too many years ago, we can go back 8 years ago, and there was a coin grading service right here, CGS, in the United Kingdom, called CGS. Then in later years they changed their name to LCGS, London Coin Grading Service. And you can see their grading system here, which was on a points basis from 5, as we can see, all the way up to 100 being perfection. Yeah. Now, in UK terminology, we call that particular coin FDC, which is a French term that stands for fleur de coin. If I'm teaching anybody to suck eggs here, please just bear with me, because trust me, there's a lot of people who are still new to grading, or haven't even got into grading. So it should be interesting to everybody regarding this. So on this side, these are the terminologies, if you would, that are commonly used today in British UK coin grades. Fleur de coin goes all the way down to, in the Sheldon Scale, MS66. So FTC fleur de coin runs from MS66 all the way up to MS70. Yeah, it's a MS70 being mint state 70 or proof 70, or SP70, so that's mint state, proof and specimen SP. 70 is the highest grade achievable. And what all coin collectors, regardless, are aiming for, we're all looking for the absolute best coin we can obtain. So whether you like it or not makes no difference. We're all judged today, if we are in the grading game, by the Sheldon Scale, which is an American grading system. And as you can see, if I zoom down here, we start literally G0, down here. It's not showing it because who cares about it. There are collectors who want to collect a specific series in the worst graded coins you can find. Trust me, they are out there. But for this video, this explanation, all we're really talking about is from fine. And you can see the different levels of fine, F30, F35, extra fine. Now, whether you call it EF or XF, it's still extra fine. It makes no difference whatsoever. Yeah. So, in the Sheldon scale, really, what I'm looking for, depending on the coin, is anywhere from AU53 all the way up to MS70. AU about uncirculated, yeah? And we've got the scale there, AU53, 55, all the way to 58. AU58 to like MS61 are what we call, in the collecting game, grading game, we call them sliders. It's kind of a coin that a lot of professional coin dealers really don't know how to grade or unsure. So it will get that definition. If you've got a mint state coin, yeah, that's got a lot of heavy bag marks, maybe some rim damage, they will grade it about uncirculated. Not because it's got any wear or lacking luster, but because of the bag marks, yeah, and the luster. So where we really start getting interesting is up around MS65. MS65 in UK coins, 6465, is where the price, if you would, takes a leap. Yeah. So below MS64, prices, average prices, regardless of what coins you've got. When it starts to get to MS64 and above, that's where the prices start to rise. When you're up at the MS70, Proof 70, SP70 mark, that's where we're all aiming, and that's where you're going to get the best value if you're looking purely from an investment point of view. I'm not an investor, I'm not a flipper, I'm a collector, pure and simple. That doesn't say that I don't sell my coins. I do. I sell my coins, the coins that I really don't want, I don't care about too much, to fund the acquisition of coin upgrades. Yeah? So in a particular series of coins, for instance, in my 1901 Jubilee sets, I'm still waiting for them to come back from grading, but I'm looking for a shilling in MS64 up. Now, below MS64, those coins go for about, let's say MS63. I could buy one today for £115. Yep. MS64, MS64 star, now they take a leap up into the £250 bracket. So they absolutely double in value. It's not costing you more to get them graded, but that's where they take a leap, and that's what I'm looking for currently. I'm looking for an MS64, MS64 star. If I get the MS64 star, I've got my eyes on one, around about £250. There's only a couple graded higher than that, and that will absolutely satisfy me. We've all got to judge what we spend based on our pockets, so that's where I go. So that's the CGS. You can still buy CGS graded coins, and they were very, very strict on their grading standards. So picking up CGS coins and then flipping them, sending them to, say, NGC, who I use, that's my preference, who I use, you can very often get an uplift in those coins because CGS back 8-10 years ago, they were absolutely rigid on their grading standards, and they were a lot more rigid than the Sheldon Scale. So you can pick bargains up, CGS graded coins, look out for them, and then flip them to NGC. Fingers crossed, you maybe get a point or 2 points upgrade on those particular coins. And you can make a little bit of money, or you can add value to your collection. Like I say, I'm not a flipper, I'm not a speculator, I'm a collector. At some point in time, I will be selling my sets, all of my coins. I will be selling them. I'll get a lot more money for my graded coins than my ungraded coins, my raw coins, unless they're very rare, specific dates and varieties, etc. So that's the grading standards. Here's a couple of things you need. Now you'll have to excuse me here because I don't have any of my UK reference material. It's coming out of storage very soon because me and my wife, we're completing on our home tomorrow. So you need a good reference book and an up-to-date reference book. This doesn't just tell you the prices, but goes through varieties, mintages, everything you need to know. And it's the same with the with UK coinage. So you'll need a good reference material, a scale to verify the weights, on the coins, and more importantly, a good loop. Now, this particular loop was given to me by a dealer friend, and it's the loop that the NGC graders, the professional graders, use. So I'm using the same lenses that the graders use, except the fact that they're working in a controlled environment, their lighting is superior, etc. But I'm still using the same loop. And for grading purposes, you need nothing more than a ×6 loop. You don't need ×10, you don't need ×20. All you need is a ×6. Now, if you're a variety hunter, you might want a ×10 or a ×20 to look at particular varieties. But if you're just looking at grading, all you need is that. So there we go. Now let's get into the reasons why we grade. So there are many, many, many reasons. Let me just see if I can zoom in on this a little bit. There we go. So here's a particular coin. Let's see if I can get a better look at it. I don't have the greatest lighting, you all know that. So this is an 1838 1 cent. It's the coronet head. It's got great details. It's extra fine, and it's an absolute beauty of a coin. Now, is this particularly valuable? No, it's probably worth about 80 quid. Why did I get it graded? Many years ago, I used to metal detect, and any of you guys and gals who metal detect will understand this. I picked this up in America when I lived in America, in the backwoods of New Hampshire, metal detecting an old mill site, and I was on a slight slope outside of the ruins of the mill. Bong, got a great signal, and this, I brushed away the pine cones, and this was literally lying on the surface. I didn't even have to dig, it was just lying there. So I conserved it myself using a product that you can't obtain in the UK called MS70. If anybody can get any of this stuff, get it. It's absolutely fantastic. The reason why I graded it was for sentimental reasons. It was one of the first coins I ever found. You can see the details there. That's the lighting behind me. one of the first coins I ever found, so it held sentimental value, and that's the reason why I graded this particular coin, for no other reason than just sentimental value. If I sold this to somebody, it would probably be a type collector who just wanted to crack it out of the slab, yeah, and put it into an album, and it would be an absolute beautiful, beautiful example. Put that down there. Here's another great example of a coin. Now, this is a Susan B. Anthony dollar, Proof 69 Ultra Cameo, a great grade. I've got these in Proof 70, but the reason why I'm showing you this one is because I picked this up at a UK coin show. It was actually the York Coin Fair a couple of years ago, maybe about 4 years ago. And this is what we call a Type 2. As soon as I looked at it, under my loupe, Type 2, it's all to do with that S mint mark right there. I knew exactly what it was. The UK coin dealer obviously had no clue what it was. So he wanted £4, or she wanted £4 for the coin. I offered £3, and she said, yeah, go on. So I gladly gave her £3, took it away, sent it in for grading, come back, MS69 Ultra Cameo, it's worth about £125, £130. So that's a bargain, yeah. I knew it, providing you have to know what you're looking for when you go into coin shows. And I will only get coins graded where it's worthwhile. So this cost me about £30. That's for the grading, the variety attribution, which is the Type 2, yeah. I didn't have any conservation on it because it really didn't need it. Shipping and insurance cost me £30. So I've got £33 into this, and it's worth about £125. So not a bad little deal, I would suggest. So I did that. I got that graded because I collect Susan B. Anthony dollars. I've got a full Dansko, but I also collect graded Anthonys. And I collected that because it's Type 2 and it's got some good value to it. Here's a couple more. This is a 1964 5 cent. They minted absolutely millions of them. Millions. About million upon million. Yeah. But I collect nickels. So when I had this in the hand, it just stood out as being something different. What did I have into this nickel? Oh God, pennies. Come out of a proof set, had absolute pennies into it. Yeah. I thought it would get proof 70. Came back 69. I ain't going to quarrel with that. It doesn't have a whole lot of value. It's covered itself regarding the costs, for sure. And the only reason I got it graded, you can say, was for sentimental reasons. This coin was a cut above anything that I had in my collection. And I've got nickels coming out of every orifice, people. Yeah. But this just stood out. And in the hand, it jumped out at me as something different. So I got it graded for that very reason, because it was something very different. Let's have a look at some ungraded coins here. Here's a beautiful little coin. This is a 1850. It's a half dime. This will probably get extra fine. Now, the only reason I haven't sent this in for grading is because, can you see that mark there? Let's just zoom in. Hope you can see it okay there. I think that's a better view. I think that that's either a strike through or a lamination error, not a gouge. And the reason I say that, because if you look closely, if I get it at the right angle, you can see the gouge goes under the star. There is a weakness to the star, but you can see it. It goes under the star. I will probably get this graded at some time regardless, just because I think it's an absolute gorgeous little coin. 1850, half dime. So in my mind, I'm unsure about that gouge. Is it a strike through? Is it a lamination error? Or is it a gouge? If it's a gouge, it'll get a details grade. So time will tell. I will eventually get it graded. But again, I wouldn't get this graded for monetary value. I'd get it graded because I just love the coin and I think it deserves to be preserved. Here's an example of a coin that has come out, probably should be graded. 1997 Britannia proof. So this is the first year of the 4 coin proof Britannia sets. I would, there's no scratches, no marks. That's just from being in the slab. Let's take her out. Bit of toning on there. I would clean her up. It's an absolute beauty. There's nothing wrong with that. I'd probably just dip it very gently. Now, I'll ask you guys, should I grade this coin? What do you think? There's an argument about not grading bullion coins. And this is a bullion coin. But if I told you that I just saw one of these coins sell for £250 at an auction, graded proof 68, deep cam, proof 68. So if you get a proof 69 or even a proof 70 in this coin, it's big money. There's one of these coins right now graded proof 69 deep cam on London Coins, their website. You can go and have a look, and they've got it priced at £499. Now, the reason for that is because of the demand. This is a limited mintage coin, first year proof, and people want it. So it's definitely supply and demand. Would I get this graded? I collect the 4 coin sets. So probably not. Who knows? We'll see. We're going there. Here's an example of a beautiful coin that I will not get graded. But just look at that. This is to celebrate the coronation of King Charles III. There you can see the date, 6th of the 5th, 2023. What a beautiful coin. It's an absolute stunner. This is from Gibraltar, half crown. Bit of a milk spot there that you can see, but I'd probably get rid of that. Look at it. Would I grade it? No. Is it a beautiful coin? Absolutely. Here's a lovely coin for you. Well, it's not a coin, it's a medal. This was produced by Spink & Co. They produced this as a gold coin. This, unfortunately, is not a gold coin. But just, medal. Let's just look at the detail. This is the back of Buckingham Palace, yeah? We've got the ducks off the pond, the trees. Look at the detail. The clouds. What a stunning, stunning, stunning Metal. If I got this graded, I am thinking at some point in the future of getting this graded. But the only reason I would do it is because I just love the coin and it's for preservation. Yeah, that's it. No real monetary value. I think I paid again about, no, I didn't pay big money. I paid 20, 25 quid. So 30 quid to get it graded. 50 odd quid into this coin. Is it worth to get it graded? Just probably about cover its own, 50, 60 pound, maybe. But it's a stunner. It's a stunner. So I guess the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is to turn round and call a group of people, an individual, whoever, clowns for wishing to grade their coins. I would say it's you that's the clown. There's many reasons to grade coins. So we've got preservation, sentimental value. We've got authenticating coins. If you've got a high value, I've got a lot of high value coins. So people who buy those coins want to know they're authentic. They would want to know they're not snide copies. Yeah? There's a great reason to have them graded. I'm not saying grade. I'm not saying don't grade. I'm saying whatever your preference is. There's many reasons. Anyway, I've gone on. I've rambled on long enough. Smash a like, subscribe, put out the words there, and please enjoy coin collecting. It's a great hobby. Just enjoy. That's Leeds Lad Loves Coins. I've bored you long enough. I'll see you all later. Hasta luego.